Hello everyone. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to install MySQL on your MacBook and Windows. Since I'm not using Windows, I will give you a step-by-step guide how to install MySQL. But for Windows user, as long as you can follow, the instruction properly, you should be able to do that without any problem. Okay, so the first step, we're going to open our browser and go to Google. And then search for MySQL Community Edition download. Click on the first link, which takes you to the download page. There are three links. We just need to click on the DMG archive link. The file size is roughly 330 megabyte, so click on download. If you're a Windows user, and then you can click on Microsoft Windows. It takes you to the Windows download page. There are four links here, depending on the operating system you use. If you're using 64-bit, then click on the second link. If you're using 32-bit, then click on the first link. We're going to do the Mac OS installation, so let's go back to the Mac OS download page and click on download, which takes you to the login and sign up page. You can actually skip this, so scroll to the bottom and click on no thanks, just start my download. Now, I downloaded this, this many times, so it's in my download folder already, so I won't download it, but it will take you roughly, 4 to 5 minutes to download the MySQL installer. So now, assuming that it's already, downloaded in my download folder, so I'm going to double-click the DMG file, and then click on the PKG installer. And then it will open up, a window that prompts us to install MySQL. So click continue, continue again, agree to the license. In the install location page, let's just, let's leave it, by default. It will save us some like hassle, if we stick with the default installation path. Click on install. Prompts you for your Mac OS admin password, and click on install. It starts to write files to your local drive to do the installation. Now, after about a minute, it's going to provide you a temporary password, like what we see now in the screen. A temporary password is generated for root at localhost, and this is a temporary password. It is hard to memorize, so we're going to put this down for now. In a text editor, so I'm going to replace that. So this is a temporary password, don't lose it, and we need to use it to log into the root account for MySQL. Okay, so click on OK. Let's come back to the installation page and click on Close. Now you have MySQL installed properly. Just to verify that and reset the password, because we don't want to memorize this password. So let's click on the Apple icon on top left and go to System Preferences. You'll notice that a MySQL icon appear at the bottom of this of your System Preferences. Click on it, and this is where you can actually start the MySQL server on a MacBook. So click on the icon here, put in your Mac OS password. A few seconds later, the red turns into green, and it tells you that the server instance is running now. So you actually have MySQL server running in the back end. Now all we need to do is go to your Mac terminal. By the way, how to open a terminal, the command line. So go to Launchpad, and then just search for terminal. Okay, and then click on it. You will be able to access it. From the terminal, we can type in MySQL-u root, which means we're going to log into MySQL using the root account, and -p, which prompts you for password. So hit enter, and then it's going to prompt you for password. This is where you're going to put in, copy and paste in that temporary password provided by the installer. So let's go back to our text editor and copy this and paste that into password area. It doesn't show you the password. As long as you copy and paste properly, hit enter, Now you are in MySQL prompt. How to quit it? So just quit and semicolon, hit enter. Now you're back to your terminal and command line. So you can start using MySQL already, but we actually want to reset the password because this password is kind of hard to memorize. So what we're going to do, first step, we're going to go back to the system preferences to stop the MySQL server. So click on MySQL icon and click on this icon here, button here. Once the status has turned red, so it means the server has been stopped, and we're going to actually go back to the terminal and run this command: sudo MySQL dsafe skip grant tables. This is a command that will launch MySQL server in the safe mode. In the safe mode, then we can actually log into MySQL without any password, and then once we're in MySQL, we can actually reset the password. Okay, so the password here is not the temporary password for MySQL. It is actually your Mac OS admin password. So don't get confused because it prompts you for the password because of the sudo command we ran here. Okay, so put in your Mac OS admin password. Now it doesn't show you anything. You just see like 2 new lines saying log into the local.error file and MySQL dsafe starting the MySQL daemon, which means it's starting the MySQL server daemon in the safe mode in the background. So that's okay. It's actually running properly. We just need to open a new window, terminal window. I can right-click on my terminal icon and click on new window. Or you can go to the Launchpad and open a new terminal window. In this terminal window, we're going to launch MySQL. So you don't need to add like the -u root. We just log in using the MySQL default account. Without any password, we shall be able to log in properly. And we just need to run 2 lines of code to reset the password. Okay, the first line is flush privileges. Second line of code is to set the password. Okay, so set password for root at localhost. It means you're going to reset the password for the root account for MySQL, and then we're going to provide the new password. Okay, so make sure that you put in the password your own password. So for this tutorial, let's say I'm going to use WCD_student as the password, and then don't forget the semicolon, and then hit enter. So it says query OK, so it means that your password has been reset for the root account. So now let's quit MySQL. And let's try to log back in again. So MySQL-u root-p, hit enter, enter password. Now let's try the new password, WCD_student. Great, so now we've actually successfully reset the password for MySQL, and you can start to do all the exercises and tutorials. Okay, thank you for watching this tutorial.